Athletics here, back for Season 4 of Warrior Rewind. Fall sports are kicking off with a full schedule of practices and exhibition games. It's going to be an exciting season for Warrior Athletics. I'm going to start off with men's soccer since they have the first home game of the regular season on September 4th. Last year was a tough year for the men's soccer team as they finished 8-9-1 overall in third place. They only lost 2 seniors, so the team is looking forward to this season with 8 returning players. Reporter Nate Straubinger caught up with Coach Taylor to hear his outlook on this season. Here it is.
How do you expect the team to make the adjustment to continue their success here at Stanislaus?
That's actually, how do I say this? Every time you lose a player, whether they're a starter or not, it's going to have a profound impact on a team. But for the game of soccer, when you lose less than 4 guys, the situation is pretty good. The outlook is pretty good. So for us, Cadigan, he was an All-American 1 year, great player. Josh, a 2-year starter when he was here, a great player. I mean, that's a hole you have to fill. But at the same time, we're very, very fortunate it wasn't like 5 or 6 players. So like when we won the CCA tournament that year, we graduated, most people don't realize this, 13 players. Now that's losing, and 9 of them started. So last year was a rebuilding year. This year now is a completely different story. I think we're strong in every department. We're ready to go. And the following year, again, we're only going to graduate 2 seniors.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So our youth will be, this year I think we can, our goal should be to hunt for a CCA tournament.
There you have it. Coach Taylor is setting the goal high for his team and hoping to add a CCAA banner to the arena. Soccer will host Northwest Nazarene at Warrior Stadium on September 4th at 7 p.m. In women's soccer, there is no doubt that they had a successful season last year by winning the CCAA championship, but key player Karen A. Demery graduated along with a few other seniors. So how can the team in those sports return to the championship match? Rita Gouda caught up with Coach Gabe Bolton to find out.
So who else do you think made an impact on the team, and how are they going to form this year or this season?
Well, some of the returning players, certainly Caitlin Nebesnik, she was All-American last year. She's our attacking midfielder, our playmaker, and she's a special player. And so we're definitely looking to her. We had a great forward line last year, and we had 2 all-conference. In addition to Karen, we had 2 all-conference players that are returning in the forward line. Sabrina Williamson played the left wing, and Tina Benson played the right wing. And so both of those players I have very high expectations for as well offensively. Defensively, we return 3 out of the 4 starting back line, and our starting goalkeeper, and our starting defensive mid. So players like Chelsea Lewandowski, who was all-region as a goalkeeper, Carly Nessler was all-region as a center defender, Nicole Donald as a center defender had a fantastic year. Marissa McDuffie was a freshman who started at right back and was fantastic, and Lauren Thornton was all-conference first team, and she was our defensive mid. So all of those players returning, I think, are going to, I know, had a great spring, and I know will kind of take the next step up and take their game to the next level.
If you want to see a women's soccer team on their journey to another CCAA banner, check out their first game of the season on September 8th at Warrior Stadium against Central Washington University. The women's volleyball team struggled last year as they finished the season 7-23, but they have 7 returning starters and a huge pool of young talent to rally this year's competition. Andrew County spoke with Coach Laura on her outlook for this season.
You being a 9-year veteran here at Stanislaus, looking forward to this next coming season, there are the big goals that you would like to hit that you haven't been able to hit in the last season or any season at all. What are the big things you're looking for this coming season for the girls?
Well, I think it all starts with the leadership you have in any department. I think, the support we have from our president and from our athletic director really has helped the volleyball program. So with that, the last couple of years we've been able to get better athletes. We talked about Blair and we spoke about Sarah earlier. If they keep doing what they're doing in terms of their stats, they'll break Stanislaus career records when they graduate in a couple years. So, Those are the kind of athletes we're getting in, which just means then you get more wins down the road. Last year we were young. This year we'll be young. We have no seniors this year, so we're all juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. So, we have a lot to still prove in the conference, but I think this team is really hungry. They worked out hard over the summer in terms of conditioning and playing volleyball, and we look forward to a better year this year.
You can catch volleyball teams setting, bumping, and spiking for their first home game on the regular season on September 19th in the Fitzpatrick Arena at 7 p.m. County also had the chance to catch up with the cross-country leader, Coach Diljit Taylor. Cross-country finished second in conference with 3 overall CCAA finishers. Take a look at what Coach Taylor had to say about her team's passion on the track and in the classroom.
And when you recruit people, coaches look for a lot of first-year freshmen who are coming in so they can have multiple years with them. But seeing as how a lot of your people are graduating this year, how do you look forward to the incoming freshmen, and what do you look for in those freshmen to help build a new program or to continue what you've got?
Our leaders did a really good job of setting the bar high and set good examples for our incoming freshmen and sophomores. And so they'll continue to build. And I have a lot of kids that are just committed to the sport and enjoy running. And I'm going to take that. They're good students in the classroom. I'm going to take their commitment and dedication and just build on it and hope that they end up having the same type of stories and successes that our previous kids have had.
The underdog story of last season came from the women's basketball team, who fell just one loss short of the playoffs after the 2-25 record they had in the season before. After last year, Coach Strickland made it clear that his team would never be picked to come in last again. Hear what he had to tell me about the upcoming season.
Well, as we know, the CCAA conference that we play in is a very tough division. You guys had a very successful start, just a game away from making playoffs. Do you feel that this season will have postseason in sights?
Our conference being very, very tough, our goal every year is to win the conference, make the conference tournament, and I think we're following a natural progression. We won 13 games last year, so I'm really looking forward to our program taking that next step and trying to get in the top 6 teams in the conference. Again, I believe we'll be the youngest team in conference, so hopefully we'll be able to play with a little bit more maturity this year, and we can take that next jump from maybe 13 wins to hopefully 16, 17 wins, and we'll see how the progression goes. But we're in a tough conference for women's basketball, and there are no freebies in our league.
Definitely. The women's basketball season kicks off their season in the Fitzpatrick Arena on November 22nd against the Academy of Art. Last but definitely not least, the men's basketball team had a great season last year by adding a CCAA banner to their arena and competing in a nail-biter game in San Bernardino. The team graduated big playmakers Sam Marcus, Marcus Bell, and Taylor Bell, but Coach Reynolds is positive that the 8 returning players can fill in their shoes and return the team to the playoffs. Check out Danny Malakasmal's interview with Coach Reynolds.
Coach, after an impressive 23-win season last year, making a deep run into the tournament, winning a CCAA championship, what are some key factors, and what are you guys looking to do into next season to repeat as CCAA champions?
Well, I think the key for us is that we have 8 or 9 returning players that have all had pretty good playing time and experience, so we'll have to rely on that a lot. We're losing 3 very good players that really were an essential part of our deep run into the playoffs last year. And, guys are going to have to step up and come into their own as far as what they're going to provide for the team. Obviously, we're going to miss Marcus's rebounding and points scored inside, Sam's ball handling ability and leadership ability, and Taylor Bell's clutch shooting at the end of the year. So we'll have some making up to do, but I think with our veterans coming back, we'll be okay.
The men's basketball team returns to the Ed and Bertha Fitzpatrick Arena to defend their championship title on December 10th at 7:30 p.m. I'm Natalie Winters, and on behalf of Warrior Rewind, I can say that we are looking forward to another exciting season on the court and in the studio.